What's going on, boys? So we're sitting here in the business class seat, as you can see. Actually here at the front, so this is 7A. That's the front of the door. Everybody's coming in, loading up right now. I want to talk a little bit about just believing you can. All right, literally the belief that you want something, you have to go out and get it. That you can't think your way to success, but you have to have a strategy to get there, but implement. And the time it takes you to think what you're gonna do to implementation is the success lag that you're gonna have. Okay, how long is it gonna take? The problem is if it takes too long between having that initial thought and creating that action, it's gonna delay your success. And it could get in your mind and say, well, I'm not worth it, or this isn't gonna work. That's kind of what happened to me. I started thinking, oh, this is gonna take a long time to get this done. Meanwhile, you know, instead of just going straight after it, it was frustrating because I was like, well, I don't know if I'm even able to do this now because it's taking too long, right? I mean, how many of you guys get frustrated because you're trying to do something, okay, and it's taking too long for you to get there? Maybe that's you in school. Maybe that's you trying to get your next career or the next job. And so a lot of us kind of give up. And so if it's extremely important to you, you're going to be able to get it done. What I'm saying here is we're sitting in this seat. We went to Romania, $13,000. It's insane. Never would have been able to imagine that I was, one, worthy of that, but two, able to do it if I hadn't believed I was already the man to be able to have that. So instead of thinking our way to that, we just start doing and become that in that process. Kind of like you just jump off and you gain your wings on the way down, right? We heard that phrase before. Instead of having LA Fitnesses, we are now doing lifetimes. Okay? It's like a $200 gym, $150, $200. So instead of a $30 gym or $10 gym, it's like $200. And so it's kind of like, well, what do you believe you're worth? Are you going to play it safe or are you going to go on the offensive? I'm telling you right now, I used to be so good at Monopoly. You know the game Monopoly? And the only way that I would win that consistently is playing the offense. Constantly on the offense, saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to create habits and strategies to get me there, and then I'm going to start implementing. I think a lot of times, even for me, if I'm not told what to do, I don't really know if I'm on the right track. And so there's an element of creativity in your life that you're going to need to get to that next level. And it's just a little bit of faith too, you know? You have to believe it. I would pray about it. And then God will give it to you if you start putting in the work. If you don't put in the work, obviously nothing's going to happen. You know, if you're going to continue to eat donuts, you're not going to gain any muscle, right? So you have to do what's kind of written in the world as a law, which is physics and thermodynamics and the way the body evolves when you use your muscle. Okay, when you're shoulder pressing, you're using your front delt, you're using your shoulder, your chest. All of those muscles work together. And it's like, oh, I've been damaged. I'm going to repair. Now I'm going to go back and then rebuild so that I can come in stronger next time. Does that make sense? So anyway, boys, I just want to come on here real quick, leaving London and going back to Texas. It's going to be a night arrival. Any of you guys who have been overseas from the US over, it's harder to go that way than it is to come back. Because here you just have to stay up, maybe take an hour or two nap, and you can go to bed normal time when you get there. So it's just kind of pushing through, right? It's just a mental game. So maybe in some of these other videos we can talk about how, you know, how do you stay on your diet? How do you stay watching your macros, watching your food? Little tricks, you know, like the palm, like how much protein you get, how much bread you get, how much, you know, water you want to drink. Maybe you should bring some protein powder supplements like I did. Like there's different things you can do to kind of stay on track. So especially when you're traveling, like like me. I've been on the road for the last week. We drove 500 miles, almost to Hungary. It's Cluj. So, Dracula's castle, all those things. So, it's pretty neat, man. But I'm just telling you in this video that the confidence comes from the competence. And the only way to get that, okay, to have that confidence to be able to say, hey, I deserve this. Hey, I am this man. And to go boldly in that statement is to already start acting that way. So, first starts with your body, okay? Once you get your body in shape, you're really gonna feel it. And that's where everything changed for me. When I first started to work out, I was told it will change every part of your life. And I didn't understand what that meant until I got to my mental mindset. I'm like, this changes everything. Your confidence, the way you walk, the way you talk, how you interact with strangers, you just feel better. So, anyway, boys, looks like we're getting ready to go. I'll talk to you in the next video. In a world full of fakeness and deception, keep dominating your reality. I'll see you in the next video.